Hi there, Joka here, and today I'm sharing a new layout for the Paige Evans design team. I actually created a similar layout, well, pretty much the same a few years ago, so I scrap lifted that. And today I'm using the Whimsical collection from a few years ago. And the idea was that this time I create the flower in a rainbow colorway. And I really wanted to use this gorgeous purple paper for my background. So I wanted the flower, so the largest petal to be purple, and then going from there to yellow. And I printed my photos in both black and white and color because I didn't know if it's gonna work in color. But yeah, it worked out because my kid is wearing a yellow jacket, and my these petals, the smallest ones, are yellow, so it all worked out. And now I'm shaping the petals, and I'll just use my hands for this. It's quite easy to do. The larger the flowers get, the harder it gets to do this because I cannot go in there to the middle. As you can see, I can hardly hold it. I will even put this down and then try to bend up the petals that way. But it all works out, and it's simple and quick. So yeah, and it actually is so dimensional that I didn't need to use my foam tape. I was planning to do that, but I really didn't need that. So I'm now adding, first of all, I'm gluing all the layers together, and I will add a yellow button to the middle, and I will just use some twine for this. So I don't know, I don't know why I keep turning around the petals like it matters which way they are, but yeah, I can just never settle on on the arrangement that I previously chose. But yeah, finally, when I'm done, I'm going to use my this pokey tool. I never remember the name of it, and to create two holes large enough so that I can thread my twine through, because I don't have big enough needles for this. So I'm just fixing this with a bow, and that's it. And basically the main element is done, and that's probably the biggest task of the whole layout. And by the way, for this flower I used a cut file. I will link that in the description box below. And now I pull out my embellishments from Whimsical and check what I could use. And I always just end up mostly using like words and sentiment banners. The paper that you see in the background is purple ombre paper. On the back side of it, there's a lot of, well, the full sheet is words and sentiments, which I cut apart years ago, and I still have a lot. And now for my title. I used this pack, and there's purple letters in it, which is what I wanted to use. And I did something I've never done before. I collected all the letters that were purple, and to my surprise, I actually found the title within 10 seconds, like in Scrabble. And yeah, it's My Heart. I mean, it's not really what I wanted to do with my title, because I wanted something related to a walk in the woods or with friends or whatever. This was the last time we saw our friends this year, 2 months ago already. And yeah, but I couldn't find the right letters for that, so it's gonna have to do My Heart. And now I am Well, I have 3 packs of these rub-on stickers. I absolutely love them, but these elements, these kind of like fake stitches, um, there's all kinds of colors in that, but I've used all of those, most of those, so I could only find this many that you see here on the background. And now I'm adding my stickers to a cardstock. I do this all the time with my stickers. And yeah, because then they are sturdier, and I trust my ATG glue more than, than the stickers. So, but I'm not going to be using all of them. The blues just didn't really match my colors. And now I'm gonna stitch this butterfly charm onto the photo. I'm just using a yellow embroidery floss for this, and I really literally only add 2 stitches and then done. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the embellishments. And now I'm just gonna try to figure out where I want to put my photos, and then I will glue them down. I will only add glue to part of the photo that is on the petal. I don't want to glue the photo onto several petals, so they will just hang off like they are now. And I'm gluing down all these sentiments or words onto their respective colors, just for a tone on tone effect. And yeah, the layout is almost done. This kind of I didn't like the bottom photo the way it was, because somehow it bothered my eyes that the sentiment on it was not parallel to the rest of them. I know that the top one is not either, but that was already glued down, so that was nothing I could have done about that one. And I have 2 more butterflies here. One is a chipboard, this small one on the left, and the top one is die cut. And with that, I have 3 butterflies all together. And now I'm just rubbing these rub-ons onto the papers. That how you say that? I don't even know. Anyway, I really, really wish I could have several packs of just these stitches in all kinds of colors. They are such a great little finishing touch, I think. And I'm also adding this border here that comes from 2 packs, and then I was wondering if I should add the third one. Maybe I should have, but yeah, it's done now, so it's just gonna be 2. And yeah, then I'm gonna glue down my title, and for this I remove the sticker that is on these stickers, and I'll just use liquid glue to glue them down. If you know these chipboard pieces, you know that there's layers of papers, and often they kind of come apart. So I just remove the last bit, and then yeah, I just use my liquid glue. And yeah, there's not much to be done here. So after my title is done, I'm going to add my journaling, and I really like using white gel pen if I use a darker background, and especially this one is great because it's not patterned, so the white pen looks really great on it. And I'm using this tea ruler. Of course, I didn't manage to do those lines properly, so I'm just replacing them by some others that I created with this smaller ruler. And yeah, quickly add my journaling, and then I remove those lines carefully because first of all I don't want to remove the white gel pen, but also I don't want to remove color from the paper, which happens. So, and after I did that, I added some white lines there. And now, almost finishing, and I'm using some acrylic paint to create splatters on the background. And here I'm losing my patience because acrylic paint is thick, and if I'm doing these splatters just with one hand and then tapping with one finger, holding the brush with that hand. But with acrylic paint, I just cannot do that. And then I use both hands, but then the paint goes everywhere. It covers the whole kitchen, really. Yeah. Okay, so that's done. And then now I'm just adding my date, and the layout is done. So I hope that you found this layout inspiring, and maybe you give it a try. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.